It's been a little more than 24 hours since the final U.S. troops left Afghanistan, but that's not the end of the story, obviously. And this is not the end of the war on terrorism. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin is at the Pentagon tonight with that. Good evening, Jennifer.
Good evening, Brett. 20 years ago, the U.S. military defeated the Taliban. Today, the Taliban rule Afghanistan once again, and the U.S. is dependent on their goodwill to help rescue Americans and American allies who remain stranded tonight.
Moments after the last U.S. military plane took off from Kabul, the Taliban took possession of the airport, taking photographs in American military aircraft which had been disabled, carrying the weapons that the U.S. government bought for the Afghan army.
We're now closing a chapter in our nation's history.
The last soldier to leave, marking the end of America's 20-year war, Major General Chris Donahue, commanding general of the 82nd Airborne Division. It was his fourth tour to Afghanistan. His first was just after 9/11.
Our counterterrorism efforts in Afghanistan and the region for 2 decades, and saving the lives of 124,000 men, women, and children evacuated in the last 20 days, will ultimately be the legacy.
Among those left behind, a translator who spoke to the Wall Street Journal, who says he rescued then-Senator Biden and 2 other U.S. senators seen here on a trip to Afghanistan 13 years ago when their helicopter was forced to land in a snowstorm. The interpreter is not in this photo. Hello, Mr. President. Save me and my family. Don't forget me here.
Our message to him is thank you for the role you played in helping a number of my favorite people out of a snowstorm, and for all of the work you did. And our commitment is enduring, not just to American citizens, but to our Afghan partners.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken explained who some of these American citizens that remain in Afghanistan are.
Many are dual citizen Americans with deep roots and extended families in Afghanistan who've resided there for many years.
Many of the Americans left behind are babies with U.S. passports born to Afghans with green cards who gave birth in the U.S.
Those babies were dependent on parents to get them to the airport, and many of these green card holders wanted to bring a dozen or more non-American family members with them, and the Taliban blocked them. Now they await a more dangerous rescue. Brett?
Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. Jennifer, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.